Amari Sprouse, and I'm currently enrolled in the COM 231 public speaking course through Rowan Cabarrus Community College. And today I have an audience of a few people, so introduce yourselves.
Caleb Sprouse.
Joel.
Joyce. Lois.
Leo.
And then I have a camera person of Dana Sprouse.
Hi.
Did you know that 60.9% to 67.8% of teens are putting harmful chemicals into their bodies every single day? Well, according to the FDA, in just 2018, the use of flavored e-cigarette products increased dramatically within teens. But before presenting this speech, I just want everyone to know that I spent hours compiling research on the hazards of e-cigarettes, both by using online credible resources and interviewing individuals on this topic. These resources include the U.S. Surgeon General report, the National Institute on Drug Abuse, which you will see a visual aid for throughout the presentation, Stacey Simon's presentation in the American Cancer Society, and an interview with Mother Dana Sprouse. This audience is made up of teenagers, parents, and even grandparents. With this being said, I want everyone to know that teenagers illegally partake in using e-cigarettes often, and parents and grandparents are either unaware that their children is partaking in this fad, or they are unacknowledged on the harm it truly causes their children or grandkids. Also, teenagers are unaware of the harm it does, and they just want to keep doing it because it's cool to their friends. This afternoon, I'm going to be speaking on the hazards and risks that come along with e-cigarettes, like vapes, Juuls, pens, mods, and so many more harmful products. Let's now look at the risk of e-cigarettes and how they cause the vast majority of the people we interact with health problems. E-cigarettes mess with teenagers' brain development. The brain is being developed all the way from the fetus being in the womb, childhood years, until the age of around 25 years old. E-cigarettes all contain nicotine, which is known to be an addictive and harmful chemical and drug. This causes the brain to be damaged within the first frame of pure brain development within children. The adolescent years are the worst years to partake in the use of e-cigarettes due to how they affect brain development within the youth. Now let's hear from parents of children surrounded by these e-cigarettes. I interviewed my mother, Dana Sprouse, and also mother of two other kids, on the harms of e-cigarettes. She once told me that about a year ago, she witnessed our neighbor's son go through something very difficult. He wanted to come off as cool to his friends, so he decided to try out a vape for the first time. This bad decision almost turned deadly. The vape blew up in his mouth, causing him to lose the majority of his gums and the majority of his teeth. This not only made it hard to eat, drink, but also breathe. The purpose of e-cigarettes is to steer addictive smokers away from actual cigarettes and to provide a better and safer alternative. However, these teenagers think it's cool to show off to their friends with the smoking device and starts a new addiction for themselves. Dana herself, being a mother of 3 young children, always tends to check up on her children and make sure this does not become a habit in their lives. And I suggest parents, grandparents, and even teenagers themselves watch with what they're doing. Lastly, I'm going to be sharing this visual aid. In 2016, the National Institute on Drug Abuse released a strong and shocking visual aid dealing with teens and e-cigarettes. So I'm going to walk around and just show you guys. There's a few slides, but I'll show you the first one because it's the main one, so everyone can see. And I found it quite shocking that 66% of teens interviewed thought the only things harmful in e-cigarettes were the flavoring. However, this is not true because all forms of e-cigarettes contain nicotine. There is also high teen exposure to e-cigarette advertising. 52.8% of teens are exposed to retail ads, 35.8% to internet ads, 34.1% to TV and movie ads, etc. There is a huge issue in the advertisements being placed in front of a teenager's eyes. This is also a danger because the majority of teens are glued to social media platforms, meaning they see these kind of persuasions every day. We have now completed and discussed the overview of the hazards that come along with e-cigarettes. E-cigarettes are dangerous. No matter how cool teenagers think they are while smoking them, they will always be harmful and even deadly. Parents and grandparents, watch out for your children and make sure they stay away from these popular fads. Advertisements surrounded by the e-cig topic are convincing and are falsely promoted. be smart and stay away and know what's wrong. The majority of teens partake in this harmful activity, and the majority of parents let it happen. Remember the risk in the long run. Thank you.